What's up, my dude? Supercross 6. So, I wanted to get in here and talk about this a little bit before we have an actual official announcement. I don't think there's been any announcements that the game's coming out, but, I mean, let's just keep it real right now. We're probably going to get a Supercross 6 all the way to a Supercross 9, if you know what I'm saying, bro. I mean, it's just, like, pretty obvious at this point. I don't really know if they're going to do an MXGP 2022 game. I'm not really sure. I know the one, was it MXGP 2021 or 20, I don't know. There's been like 420 of them made, so I don't know what they're doing with the MXGP shit, but with the Supercross games, they're definitely going to make like another 2 or 3 or 4. I don't know exactly how far they're going to go, but they're making way too much money on those Supercross games to stop making them at this point. I mean, they have made 5 of them, so yeah. And just letting you boys know, I just uploaded a video. My last video was a classic RF rant, MX Simulator RF rant. So if you haven't checked that out, be sure and go do that. I'll leave a link down below. But yeah, dog. So Supercross 6, okay? This is the key to this game. Number one thing, what they basically need to do is combine the best elements of Supercross 5 with the best elements of Supercross 3, but have a track editor, helmet editor, gear editor, bike skin editor, and on top of that, the track editor has to allow you to make some sort of a motocrossy outdoor, you know, custom track area to build your track, so you can have like outdoor Supercross tracks, like test tracks. You can have hybrid tracks. You can make motocross tracks. It still mind baffles me that they have not brought over any of those module pieces or anything like that from the track editor on the MXGP games. I'm just like, what are you doing, Milestone? What are you doing? Are you trying to get more people to play your game and buy your game and talk highly of your game and stay on your game? Like, there's got to be some sort of a reason why they're not, like, interchanging the module pieces and all that from the track editors of the MXGP games and the Supercross game. They're not using, you know, each one. It's like when you're on the Supercross games, you strictly only have the same Supercross module pieces that you basically had forever. Yeah, they've added like a handful of them, but let's just keep it Spency Boy real right now. They've not even remotely made the improvements that you thought they would have made in 5 renditions of a Supercross game to their track editor. So that's going to be the big thing. Like, if they really start allowing you to mix and match the motocrossy, like, tabletop pieces and allow you to make certain ruts, and, like, with Legends, you can now, with the new Legends update, you can now pick your terrain deformation level on any track in the game, so you can turn it completely off. You can have it like just a little bit. You can have it extreme. These are all those massive critical aspects to... Oh, wait, my bad. The Milestone games don't even really have terrain deformation that you can actually physically feel, except MXGP3. Oh, wow, bro. It's crazy, bro. Oh, man. But anyways, you know, there's some pretty obvious, apparent things they need to do with Supercross 6. Are they going to do it? I don't know. You know, we've seen Milestone in the history of what they've done, but they did add the helmet editor in Supercross 5, which was a big deal, and I hope that's like a sign of what we're going to get with Supercross 6. You know, if you think there's a helmet editor in the game, you would just automatically assume that they're going to eventually have the bike skin editor, you know, like you would have in any of the car racing games where you can put different, you know, liveries and stickers and move it all around like a full-blown editor, right? You would just assume they would have that at some point. And also with the gear, you know, if you're going to have a helmet editor in the game, you would also imagine that you would have a gear editor. So in a way, Supercross 5 felt a little bit gimped in that sense. Even though the helmet editor was really cool, it was like, okay, but where's the gear editor and where's the bike skin editor? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of bizarre how Milestone does that. It's like they'll deprive you of these certain things for so long, so then when they do give you just a little bit, it's like, oh, bro, holy shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? If they give you just a little bit something new on the track editor, everybody loses their minds because there hasn't really been anything new to the track editor for the past 69 years. You know what I'm saying? So Milestone really does try to use that tactic of, you know, we'll just feed you these little breadcrumbs every game, so then when we actually give you a little bit of a chunk, it gets you all hyped up and excited like we're really doing something. But you see what I'm saying? So it's to that point where, I mean, they're going to keep selling these Supercross games. It don't fucking matter. You know what I mean? They're going to sell a certain amount of these games just because there's a certain hype level that gets built with every new Supercross season. And it just is what it is. But, like, if you really want to get back to that hype level and your sales that you had with the first Supercross game, you know, back when it was all fresh and new, then you're going to have to do all these things that I'm telling you, you know, have more than just one free ride track, bro, you know? More than just one free ride track, that would be really good. That's one of the big things that's helped MX vs. ATV Legends, in my opinion, is it has so much, like, different kind of biome, free ride, free roamy kind of content in the game. So, and they have all those Lucas Oil Pro motocross tracks that they have also updated. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting to see how these different arcade motocross games sort of push each other in a sense. It's like MX vs. ATV needs all of the things like a track editor, you know, helmet editor, gear editor, bike skin editor. It needs all of those kind of things. But then the Milestone games need the things that MX vs. ATV Legends has, like different free ride tracks, you know, terrain deformation level settings, or, you know, any real terrain deformation, you know, stuff like that. So it's interesting how you're getting this where it's like, damn it, if somehow these games could really pull off of each other and push each other and start to, like the things that MX vs. ATV is missing, they could somehow get, and then the things that Milestone games are missing could somehow get from MX vs. ATV, that would be the true key to success for both of these companies. You know, it really would. But Supercross 6, you've got to have more of a pop-off system. That is one of the biggest killers of Supercross 5. You just didn't really pop off anywhere, man. You didn't really pop off anywhere. Have we not learned that valuable lesson of, you know, even if you go all the way back to Unleashed, Untamed, obviously Reflex, Alive, I mean, shit, all these games, all of those old school dirt bike games had some sort of a pop-off system, so then it created that skill gap, fun factor, fear, especially when you're on a Supercross track. You can't just blindly go hit everything without even thinking about it. That's what creates the gameplay. Like, Milestone, how do you not understand this? I know sometimes you think you're making your game strictly for 5-year-olds, but you got to understand there's more to it than that. You know, there is more to it than that, bro. I promise you. So, again, I don't know what made them, you know, they had a decent pop-off system right there, like Supercross 2, 3, but then they started to lose it in Supercross 4, and then it doesn't really have any pop-off system in Supercross 5. So they're going to have to go back to like it was in Supercross 2 and 3 on the pop-off system. You just got to have it, bro. You got to have it. Like, that's what makes Supercross what it is. That is literally what makes it what it is, bro. So either way, definitely let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see in Supercross 6, what you guys think we're going to see in Supercross 6. I'd like to take a look at that, but Either way, man, you know, Spency boy just trying to do his duty out here. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, Spency boy. It's funny how all these things that all you boys get all hyped up about and excited about when, like, the new MX vs. ATV game finally does this, or the new Milestone game finally has this feature. I swear to Pastrana, I was saying that those games needed all of those things years before. Literally years before they got those different things. So, I mean, I really have had my finger on the pulse of what the hell these arcade dirt bike games have needed this whole time. I really have, man. So, I wish more of these companies would sit down and actually listen to this shit, because it's only to try to make them better. That's all it is. Any sort of rant video I've ever made is only to try to make the shit better. And sometimes you gotta say what you're trying to say. Sometimes you gotta be aggressive. Sometimes you gotta say, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? Or you're never gonna get that point across. You're never gonna get these companies to actually do something about it. And so, you know, I'm just doing what I gotta do, bro.